Welcome to Vintage Gaming Memories. Shall we play a game?
Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. If this is your first visit, thank you for stopping by. I hope you will continue to visit because you're going to find a variety of vintage gaming memories here that I'm sure will put a smile on your face. And for those returning, thank you so much for your continued support. I really do appreciate it. Now for what's inside here. This item was a great pickup. It traveled over 6,400 miles just to get here. More precise, it actually came from Japan. Let's check it out. This is it. This is a 1980 Bambino Race N Chase handheld game. Now, before it was released for consumer purchase, it was named Police Car Chase. But they ended up changing it to Race N Chase because they were concerned that having police in the name would give the public the idea and the excitement of eluding police when being directed to pull over. Well, that was a lie, but it did sound pretty good. Who knows? Maybe I'm right. Focusing back on this beauty, I love it that I was able to get this version in a complete package with a decent condition looking box. It has instructions in it, and of course, the game's in it, or I hope it's in there. Let's check out this box and the graphics on it first. There are the police cars. Lifelike movements, total control. And I really do like the Bambino design on all of their products. I have already 5 of them. This is the 5th one. Actually, the 4th one is in a box, and it hasn't been opened yet. That's actually right over here. So we have like a total of, I think it's 20 boxes right here that I still haven't gotten to. That is pretty crazy. Now, this is pretty cool because that was an actual local pickup, so it wasn't shipped. But there's even some New Wave Toys items here, so I have to get to these. Anyways, getting back to this game. Let's see here. It's from ages 8 to 88. I love how they do that. And then here's the back. A lot of information. 4 C-size batteries required. All right, enough of the box. Let's see what's inside. I mentioned in the last Bambino video that I made about how unique their game shelves are. And I know this is going to sound kind of odd, but if you own a Bambino game, you're going to know what I mean. There's just something about how their plastic looks and feels once it's polished. It looks pretty good now, but it's going to look even better once I polish this thing up. So looking at this, it looks to be in great condition, right? Well, we got a little bit of a scuff there. Yeah, I can get that removed. Overall, the top looks pretty good. Put it on off just in case there's batteries in there. Hopefully not. The back side, the instructions. Again, the pictures online were very clear to see that this was a really good condition game, well taken care of. Let's just check the battery compartment again to make sure. Nice and clean. So Japanese. And speaking of Japanese, I have a feeling these instructions are going to be fun. Yep, it's all in Japanese. To a point. There is some English. But for the most part, this is Japanese. So I have to brush up on my Japanese a little bit before I understand fully how to play this game. So what I'll do next is, like I normally do with these games that come in, I'm going to clean it down, polish it, put some batteries in it, read the instructions somehow, and then play some games for you to show you what this is all about. I'll be back in 1 second. Check it out. It's all cleaned up and polished. And I have to say, I really do love how these Bambino games look when they're polished like this. Kind of like a work of art, you know, sort of like a, I don't know, a sleek car that was just polished, because it has this nice shine to it. And if you could only feel this, it has a really nice smooth touch to it. Now, one thing I didn't do before was the measurements on this, so let's get that out of the way. This measures about 11 inches in height, and at the widest point, it is about 7.5 inches. And then as far as the depth goes, it is about 2 3/4 inches. I should also mention that there is an option to do an AC adapter plug-in here instead of using the 4 C-size batteries, and that's right here. Let's take a look at it since I have this lifted up. You can see how nice this came out. Now, the only one area I guess I wasn't too happy with would have been, unfortunately, right there. I could not get that blemish out. It's a deep scratch. It's hopefully not going to be an issue when the game is in play, but we'll find out. Now, since the instructions were all in Japanese, as I was showing you earlier, you know, it's a little bit of a challenge to read this, but I really didn't have to do that because it looks pretty obvious when you look at the actual functions on the top of the game. And I guess I could even say, if you just read the box, it gives you a little bit of the objectives, as well as more instructions on the back on how to use the buttons and functions on the game. Here are the objectives. You are controlling the police car that begins at the bottom position of the screen. And by the way, the screen has 3 columns and it has 7 rows. So there's 21 positions in total. Now you're going to have cars that will be scrolling down towards you, in which you'll have to avoid them. And there are 3 positions, like I mentioned, 3 columns. So you have 3 different places to go as they come down towards you. And what you're trying to do is actually capture this gangster, or gangsters it actually says, plural. But they're going to be in one vehicle. And their vehicle will show up at the top after you begin the game and you pass a few cars coming down towards you. When the gangster's vehicle does appear, they're going to shoot at you as well. So you're going to need to avoid the bullets along with the cars that are coming at you. And it's not, the cars are not really coming at you, you're actually trying to pass them up. So you're just accelerating and then the cars are in your way, and that's what you're trying to do. It's also worth noting that you have 3 police cars to use in this game, so once you go through all 3, the game is over. It says in the box, or in the back of this, the instructions, that once you get 10 yards from the gangster, or basically right behind their vehicle, you need to capture them. And that's pretty much it. Sounds pretty simple, right? So let's take a look at the functions on this game. Starting with the top left here, you have this skill level switch. You have options between 1, 2, and 3. 1 is the easiest, and 3 would be the hardest. Now, what makes it the hardest is the speed of the cars that will be coming towards you. And then to the right of that, you have the power switch, the on and off switch. And then to the left of that, you have a reset button. And this button is used to start the game or restart the game. Then you have a capture button, which you use when you get right behind the gangster's vehicle. And then lastly, you have the bottom 2 buttons here, which is labeled left and right. And that's how you maneuver through the cars that are coming at you, as well as the bullets that be flying towards your vehicle. Now, if you do capture the gangster's vehicle, you will score 99 points and the game is over. And if you do not capture it, but you get close, you do get points that will depend upon where you're at on that row, because there are 7 rows, like I mentioned. And the closer you get to the gangster's vehicle, the more points you would have. Okay, hopefully that all makes sense. I think we need to put some batteries in first, and then I'll reposition this camera so we have a nice view of this, and then we'll see if I can capture those gangsters. All right, batteries are in, and I will put it at skill 1, which it's already at, and we'll just turn this on and see what happens. That's a good sign. And the game actually just begins, so I just got hit there. Let me go to the left. Whoops. Let me get my hands positioned here. Let's try this. It just starts right away. And there I am in the middle. I'm still in the lower position here. I haven't moved up yet. If I continue to pass these vehicles, I should start to move up. There's the gangster shooting at me. You can see the bullets flying. And I'm getting closer. I'm getting really close. Ah, so close. I was going to hit the capture button, but I took my eye off the game there. Let's try that again. Went right into the bullet. Kind of hard to see the bullet coming because of the dashes on the lanes. So you really have to keep your eyes focused. Oh, that one I ran into a car, I believe. 35 points is what I had on that one. Let's try this again. I think I can actually capture those gangsters. So hit reset. All right, here we go. Let's see how I do on my second try. And I do have to say that the response to these buttons going left and right are really nice. There isn't a delay. I mean, that's just me hitting the bullet. But there's really not a delay as far as moving, so I'm happy about that, because any more of a challenge to this game would be unfair. So we know the functionality of the buttons work nice, is basically what I'm saying. And let's see if I can get up there. Come on. Yeah, keep shooting. Come on. Caught him. 99. And there I am right next to the gangster's vehicle. It isn't too bad. I mean, I'm bragging about it because I'm on skill 1. I'm sure skill 2 and 3 are going to be a lot more challenging, but that's how you do it. There isn't much to the sound in this game. There's just a little bit here and there with the bullets, and then when you capture the gangsters, and then when you crash. Let me give you an idea how it looks at a skill level 2, and then we'll do a quick number 3 test, because I'm sure that will be crazy. So all you have to do is go to skill level 2 and hit the reset button, and it should start. Oh yeah, it's definitely faster. Right to the bullet again. Right into the car. All right, let me just see if I can get a little bit further. If I can't, we'll go right to level 3. Yep. All right, let's do level 3. Right in the middle of the game, I just did that. Level 3, reset, and wow, check that out. Crazy. Let's try it again, see how far I can get with this. Yeah, this is insane. 3 points. So this is the Bambino Race N Chase. Now, year on this thing, well, that's up for debate. Online, I see a lot of people listing this as a 1982 release, but I noticed when I was cleaning it, the box says 1980 copyright for Bambino. It may not be specifically for the release of this game, but between 1980 and 1982, I guess you could say, I'm going to stay with 1980 since there are some websites noting that too. Comment down below, let me know what you all think of this game, and if this is something that you would have purchased or maybe wanted back in the day or even today. Thanks again for checking out this video. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and until next time, keep your gaming passion from the past alive by living it today. Take care, everyone.